been stressed out all week. I figured it was a good night to have some drink on, and picked up some shawarma here. Look at this, gyro sandwich. It's looking pretty good. We'll dig into that. It's just pretty damn tasty. Well, howdy, folks. How y'all are? I'm shooting this in, let's say, Twilight Zone mode, because it feels like the Twilight Zone. Just consider me Rod Serling.
Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment, so please leave your message after the tone.
So I was watching a channel earlier. It's one of my favorite channels for food. When I watch food channels, it's called Eric Surf 6, and he lives in Japan, and does all kinds of Japanese style videos on food over there. Love it. So it got me in the mood for noodles, but of course, you know, I'm moving and don't have much shit here, so I'm gonna do the best I can. So I have these nests here. These are vermicelli rice noodle nest. I got a small piece of Dungeness crab left over from a bowl I did a couple nights ago. I did not film that bowl because I had a bullet in a like a metal bowl because I don't have my stuff here. So in that bowl was some sausage. So I took the casing off. I picked a couple of green onions from the backyard. And I got some ginger here that we introduced in one of the last videos. And we're gonna do that with this Kikkoman a Mimi noodle soup base. Let's see what's inside this stuff. Mr. Chef, I feel sleepy after drinking them drinks. How you feel? You feel pretty good then? You only have a few sips. Good. Very strong. So in this noodle base, the ingredients are soy sauce, which is water, wheat, soybeans, and salt. It's got sugar, water, salt, vinegar, bonito extract, which is fish, natural flavor, MSG, caramel color, disodium inosinate, disodium guanylate, succinic acid, sodium benzoate, and less than 0.1% as a preservative. Okay. So this is a 4-to-1 ratio, so we're gonna put 1/4 of as much water as we have in here. Otherwise it'll be too salty and definitely too much MSG. There we go. So first thing we're gonna do here is get some flavoring off and get this shell cracked. So first thing I wanna do here is cut up this green onion. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use half of it in the soup while it cooks to give it the onion flavor. And I'm going to use the other half as a garnish when I plate the bowl up. I'm not using the correct knife because it's packed, so we're using what we got. Okay, let's throw that off in there, like so. Get some flavors going on over here. And the bowl pot. Next thing I'm putting in the bowl pot here is a little bit of ginger. Let's see if I can show you the bowl pot here we're working with. There we go. Get a little ginger in the bowl pot. Next thing we're gonna do here is put a little sriracha in here. Give it a little heat. There we go. And we'll put just a little sesame oil here in the pot. Get a little bit of fat. There we go. It's smelling pretty good. Definitely very aromatic. So let's get a sausage in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split this sausage down the middle here. This is a bratwurst I had with the bowl pot the other night. But it's fine. Any kind of pork sausage will work in this instance. I'm going to put these pretty good sized chunks. You can pick them up with a some chopsticks. It's about yay size, so nice chopstick stick size. I'm gonna throw them over here in the pot. And we'll go to cracking here on our crabs. This here's some Dungeness crab. I like Dungeness because it's got so much meat on it. Snow crab is delicious, but it don't have a lot of meat. This has a lot more meat for about the same price. And of course, king crab is delicious, but price gets out of control. So we're just taking all this shell off here, popping that meat out. This is a nice piece of meat there. I'll put it here where you can see it. Got this nice piece of meat here. Now we'll just keep breaking the crabs down until we get all the meat out. Pop that claw off there, pull that out. That's a pretty good sized piece. So what we'll do here with this one is break it in half. We'll have 2 pieces out of that one. Now this here I'm not actually going to throw into the pot because it's going to bust up. I'm actually going to put this in the cup with the noodles after it's finished cooking. This has already been cooked. Anyway, I'm going to keep breaking this down here, so I'll catch back up to you when I finish. So we're getting all the meat out, all the knuckle meat and everything. Quite a bit of meat in there, as you can see. Here's the meat up in the body here. That's pretty good. Down here. When you go through the body, just go through and you get all the white meats you can find out there. There's quite a bit of meat in there. You just break the cartilage from to the next piece there, and then the next piece of meat comes right out of there, like so. So at this point here, our soup base has got about all the aromatics it's going to get. So we're going to go ahead and cut the fire off. And once that stops hard boiling, we're going to throw these 2 nests in there. And once they get soft, we're going to pull them out, throw the broth over them. And I'll share what else we're going to do. So I have this beautiful bell pepper here, and I'd like to add this into our mix here to give it a little crunch once we boil this up. So what we're going to do here is cut this gill out. We'll make really thin strips and get the rest of these little seeds down here, a few seeds. And we'll throw them on Mrs. Chef's floor. Okay, so what we're doing here, just making real thin cuts. This is going to go on top of our soup bowl when we get done here. Like so. So there we go. We're going to drop the nest, one on each side here. If you get the soup really hot, you can go ahead and throw the nest in the bowl and let the warm soup cook the noodle. But I've learned it works a little better if you do it this way. Speeds up the process because it's a bigger body of soup to get it tender there. Soak up the juice. So we'll let it set for about 5 minutes. And I'll show you the next step. So one more thing I want to add here for a little spicy, zesty crunch is some red onion. Love some shaved red onion. So I'm gonna cut this super thin. Let this float in the noodle soup once we pour it. It'll be raw onion, but super thin, and the hot broth should help tend it up a little. I'm just doing a real thin shaving here. I mean, like we taking away our 5 o'clock shadow. Because only the shadow knows. Okay, so our noodles should be about ready. It's been 5 minutes. Let's go in here and see what we got. So you take a slotted spoon, Pull that nest right out of there. Right into your bowl like so. We'll do that for the other nest. We only have 2 meals. So, next thing up here, we need the juice, the broth. And one more. There we go. Nice and soupy. Now, when I picked that nest up, I did pick up a couple pieces of sausage already, 3 or 4. So we're gonna add a couple more pieces in there. There we go. Yeah, I'll do one more. Okay. Now's the time we add this here. Let me show you here. Now we're gonna add some of this here crab that we picked. Put it right on top here. Let that kind of heat up in the broth. Ooh, that's gonna be good right there. A little green onion on top. Some of that shaved red onion. Some of this thin cut red bell pepper. Put these really small ones in there, just kind of make it, sprinkle it all over in there. There we go. Okay, we about ready here to finish up the soup. The only thing I want to put on there was some of these white sesame seeds, just toasted. And I had to find them in a box because everything's in a box. There we go. That's going to be a beautiful soup that just about anybody would love. Ooh, looky there. Don't they look good? Look at the noodles. Beautiful pieces of crab. That's going to be good. That's delicious. So good.